Trump just keeps piling up the wins, man, and I can hear the screeching from the Antifa crowd, of which the basic Democratic Party is. Like, yeah, protect LA, protect LA, dude. This is literally what I voted for. So check this out from my man Brian Westbury, right here. First Trust, FTPortfolios.com. Big fan, long time. So this is just a headline. Non-farm payrolls increased 139,000 in May. That's not, I'm not saying I don't care, but that's not the issue here. So I'm going to check out the issue here. Check this out. Let's see. In the past 4 months, the labor force is down 234,000. But with the native-born labor force up, while the foreign-born labor force is down, a potential sign that the new administration's efforts against illegal immigrants. Federal payrolls declined 16,000 in May, the largest drop for any month in the past 20 years. Compared to January, this measure of federal jobs is down $47,000, the largest 4-month drop since the 1990s. Long-term, reducing the size of government should help create more jobs in the private sector. Now, this is where it gets even more important. Remember, the foreign-born labor force is down. Native-born labor force is up. What does that mean? By the way, native-born, you're not just white. Many black people are native-born. Many Spanish people are native-born. Many Indians are native-born. Many Asians are native-born. As such, native-born is all Americans who are born in the great U.S. of A. We're not just a piece of land. We are a country, all right, that's built on a certain thing of freedom, prosperity, private property, rule of law, making sure to be freaking Christianity, not Judeo-Christian, Christianity, Christian values for sure. You don't have to be Christian, but the country was founded on Christian values. Stop the Judeo-Christian stuff because you're slighting the fact that we're founded on Christian values. Now, I get it, Thomas Jefferson, I get a lot of these, Ben Franklin, were the explicit Christians? Maybe, maybe not. But at the end of the day, the country was founded on Christian values. Stop being so scared to proclaim that, because we are. We're not a Muslim country. We're not a Judeo-Christian country. We are a Christian country. And it's about time people start saying that. No, that doesn't mean you hate other people. It just means we are found on the Christian values, all right? Jesus lived, Jesus died, Jesus rose again in fulfillment of the scriptures. So hallelujah, hallelujah, spread the good news, the gospel. All right, let's check this out. The best news for workers in May was the average hourly earnings rose 0.4% and are up 3.9%. Average hourly earnings are up 3.9% from a year ago. What? Reduce the number of supply? And you get a higher price? No. So the supply is the number of laborers, i.e. illegals, and all of a sudden your wages go up. Who would have thought? Oh my goodness, even the basic economist at University of Chicago would recognize that. If you reduce the supply, you increase what? The price for the demand that's still out there. Shocking. I still need workers, but I don't have all these illegal immigrants coming in cutting my wages. I can't believe it, Josh. That's crazy. You must be a crazy man. Dude. Anyway, I don't agree with Brian here, though. No, I don't not agree. But in the meantime, the share of unemployed workers who voluntarily left or quit their prior job dropped to 9.8% in May, the lowest level in 4 years and much lower than it prevailed in January. So basically, we have the lowest level of people quitting their jobs in 4 years. And Brian wants to say the greater reluctance to leave a job without another job lined up suggests more anxiety on the part of workers. No, well, yeah, okay, maybe, but it could also suggest people are more content in their current jobs. I mean, just because you don't leave your job doesn't mean you're anxious to find another job. It means, yeah, my wages are going up. I might be okay. Got the Trumpster kicking in out there, getting rid of stupid DEI stuff. I might be all right. Anyway, so we think that anxiety is warranted in spite of what is likely to be a strong second quarter for GDP growth. The slight fall of output the first quarter and the surge in Q2 due to tariff policy, not a real boom bust cycle. All right, so check this out too, though. So that's good. We all love that. Watch this though. We're gonna come back to the homepage here and watch this. The NFIB, in fact, many years ago, I was thinking about applying for a job to be an NFIB salesman, where you go out there and recruit businesses to join the National Federation of Independent Businesses. This is probably back in 2000 or something like that. The NFI, I love NFIB, National Federation of Independent Businesses. Screw the Chamber of Commerce, and that's the National Chamber of Commerce. The local Chamber of Commerce is fine. I'm just telling you. I was actually part of the, I don't want to say the board. What was I? I was very involved in our local Shenandoah Valley Chamber of Commerce. I very much enjoyed it. I met a lot of great people and a couple of crazy men, but I was very active in that. So your local Chamber of Commerce is good. The National Chamber of Commerce sucks. That's all there's to it. And they can pound sand. Anyway, the NFIB reported Small Business Optimism Index is up to 98.8 from 95.8 in April. The NFIB put the index's historical average at 98. So we're above the historical average. All right, for the first time, now check this out, for the first time since December of 2020, taxes were cited as the biggest problem facing business owners. 16% cited labor quality as their biggest problem, the lowest level since April 2020. What? We're getting rid of illegals? I thought that meant lower labor. We don't have enough labor. We can't afford anything with labor because we don't have illegals. And yet the NFIB, the National Federation of Small Business, for the first time, the lowest level since April 2020 about labor quality. Shocking. From the NFIB itself, clearly the pressure of labor costs on inflation is easing. Interesting. Now, they do say compensation, net 26% reported raising compensation in May, which is down 7 points from April and the lowest reading since February 2021. So that is concerning, not going to lie to you. But they say, hey, the pressure of labor costs on inflation is easing. Interesting. 14% of owners report that inflation was their single most important in operating their business. The last time it was below 14% was in September 2021. Interesting. So the worries about inflation is dropping. Interesting. The net percentage of owners expecting better business conditions rose 10 points from April to a net 25%. Historically, this is a high reading. 10% report that is a good time to expand their business, up 1% from April. What? I thought I thought the tariffs were going to kill us. Right here, the single most important thing was taxes, according to the NFIB. And of course, Trump's going to fix that. The last time taxes were ranked this high was in December 2020, when I'm sure it was because Sniffy Joe had won the election, if you know what I'm saying. Labor costs reported as the single most important problems rose from 1% to 9%. So basically, labor costs are 50% lower as the biggest concern for NFIB small business owners than taxes, and not inflation is not even there. Interesting. So anyway, good stuff across the board. The economy continues to grow, minus the hiccup in Q1. Anyway, this is Trump's just crushing all comers. It's fantastic. I wonder if I got this. One second. Let's take a look. Man, Richard Barris over the People's Pundit, one of the best pollsters out there. Him and Rasmussen and Trafalgar. It's Trafalgar, I guess. People get really mad when you can't pronounce Trafalgar or it's Trafalgar. Look, I'm from Maine, so we pronounce things differently. All right, just FYI. But the people who get really mad because I can't pronounce some stuff correctly. It's weird to me. I'm like, how dare you call it Peabody? It's actually Peabody, Massachusetts. No, it's not. It's Peabody. Dude, relax, man. Anyway, my man Richard Barris. It's not just us. Even the heavily slanted polls like Morning Consult can see Donald Trump's, the GOAT's approval rating improved significantly among the LA riots, 100%. It's what we need, man. I want a Pinochet to come in there and drop people from freaking helicopters, frankly, but I'm just kidding. Oh my goodness. Relax, people. Relax. I don't want that. But at the end of the day, we needed some guy to come in there. The Red Guards are up to no good. We've got to stomp them out. That's just a fact. They've got to be crushed once and for all. Send them back slithering to where they came from. This isn't 2020. Trump has learned his lesson. I don't know why they allowed him to win again. I don't know why, but they did. And and as such, we're back, baby, and it's going to be glorious. There's always going to be ups and downs, but man, real wages going up, immigrants going out. People are seeing it, man. It's a good place to be. All right, God bless America, man, and all commies can go pound sand. We'll see you.